So reach up, feel the stretch in your ribs, and then stretch it maybe another inch, and maybe another inch. And then go down into your pelvis and stomp a little. Great, great. Move your ankles, or hang on. Move your ankles a bit. And your other ankle. Great, great. Massage your knees. Do a little flapper dance. Great. So we're lining up the balls of the base of the foot, nice little triangle. Move forward and back on your balls of your feet, back to your heels, and then just find a nice balance point, and then just a titch to the balls of the foot. Right. Loosen your knees so they're not locked. Do a little hula, because we need to access that pelvic basket. And if we're locked or tight in here, it's going to be hard. So this is all release of tension. Tension release. Not necessarily relaxed, because if I was relaxed, I'd be on the floor. So, and then we'll go to our shoulders. And do a little shoulder roll, shoulders up, and down, and back, and forward, and this, to feel the stretch. It doesn't matter which way. And then this. Pray to the gods of the back. And have we covered that? And then the neck. And I've been reading about the neck. If the neck is free, there might be a fighting chance that your jaw and your tongue are free. So just keep that. And I brought my nice little snaky guy. There's the spine, just nice and snaky. All right. And then find that center point, that AO joint. Just run a plumb line through your ears and your nose to the back. Find the intersection, and there it is. Great. And Jacqueline mentioned a little bit of plumb line up, not soldier-like. Again, we've always got this going, but nice and tall. Do you want to do some more alignment stuff? Okay, so those are I haven't done another worksheet. It's just like, oh my gosh, there's so much to cover. But there's nice spots. There's 6 spots. The feet, the knees, the hips, the shoulders, the AO joint, and I missed one somewhere. I don't know where the other one is, but anyway. Shake out your hands, because if your hands are tight, it'll transfer. Great. Good. Now, remember the 3 breathing points? Tell me what they are. Costal, dorsal, which actually is kind of the same thing. You know, it's your whole thoracic cage, but people forget that you need to use your back. Everyone's front-oriented, as Jacqueline said last week. And the other one, diaphragmatic, right. So let's just do a little bit of that. So we're going to breathe in, and may we get, how about a G? And we're going to go, fee, oh, fee, oh, fee, oh, fee, oh, fee. And just work on those 3 breaths, spots. Breathe in, go. And up a half step, 3 spots. And 3 spots. And one more. And excellent. Very nice, very nice. Then we have the resist. So we have the inhale, or going around the circle, we have the resist. Tell me some resist points. They're going to be connected to the inhale points. Anybody? The ribs, the back, the diaphragmatic drop. Remember we did the sternum? Let's do the sternum. Let's do the, on an A. E, E, ah, oh, ooh. And remember, you're going to feel a little bit of, we're not going to ultimately want to pulse. E, E, ah, oh. Just say appoggio, everyone. Appoggio. It means to lean. E, E, ah, oh. And Pavarotti says, you use appoggio, not just for the breath, but everywhere. And I got to thinking, maybe. E, E, ah, oh. You might think of leaning into your vocal tract, but we'll get there later. All right, lean into your, and next week I expect you to tell me all 5, all by yourselves. Let's start here and go. And then solar plexus, same pitch, and breathe 3 spots for 3 types of breath, and go. Excellent. So you're going to keep your rectus abdominis just easy, easy. Why? What are we saving this for? The assist, right. So we don't need these abdominals. These are abdominals, and they go all the way around your body. All right. Diaphragmatic drop, and 3-part breath, and every time that's ever done by a student of mine, you get a richer sound. It's beautiful. It's just beautiful. Great. Waist. So you're not going to push in, and go. Excellent. And now put your hands here and your thumbs on the side of your ribs, and there's your ribs. Breathe in and good. So we had 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got it? Now combine 1 or 2 of them. And it was great this afternoon. Susan was going, check, 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 check. But always start with the inhale. Remember the dorsal, costal, and diaphragmatic breath. And breathe. Check. Show me what you're doing. Ready? And go. Nice. Now let's go up a half step. Pick 2 different ones and show me what you're doing. And excellent. Another spot and go. Do you notice that you have maybe one spot that's maybe neglected, the orphan? Just kind of walk around and check that out. 2, 3 spots this time. And go. Excellent. 4 spots. And go. Good. All 5 spots, but don't forget your tripartite breath. And go. Excellent, excellent. Let's take danza danza and apply those breaths, and then we're going to move on to the vocal folds. But let's just do danza danza. So much to think about. Oh, yes, yes. All right. I just had to bring you one of my favorite books. It's called The Tongue as a Gateway to Voice, Resonance, Style, and Intelligibility. A whole book just on the tongue. Although one time I brought it and someone said, Deb, doesn't look like you cracked the spine here yet. That's not true because it just, anyway, I have looked at it. It's great fun. It's great fun. But it takes a lot. All right. So remember we started at al mio cantar because you did not need a huge breath. Do not pack a trunk for an overnight trip, but use a little bit of the resistors. We're going to start at the bottom of the page and 3-part breath and go. 1, 2. Excellent. Now start at the beginning. So your job, 3-part breath, 5-part resistors. And right where you come in and breathe. 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 Good. Say girale. Everyone say that. Le. Cake. Gera. Gira leggera. Say that. Leggera. There you go. I'm very Italian. Gira le. And your tongue is going to be high. And do it slowly. And we're going to breathe after leggera, which means lightly. Gira leggera. 3-part breath. Sottile al suono. Then another breath, and then away you go. So do not overpack for the little overnight right now. And 1. Say that again. Sing that again. Go. Yes, now I'm hearing leggera. That was great. Do that again and go. Yeah, I'm hearing a leggera, but leggera. Sing gira cake, please. Say that. There's the tongue. Gira lake. Gira leggera. Yes, if you wanted to use this for an audition piece, the auditioner might say, how come she's saying leggera or whatever? All right. It's not unlike Latin, Spanish, all the same thing. And 1. Now breathe. Good. Now, are you remembering your 3-part breath and a few resistors? One more time. Remember it all. Get it in your body. And 1. Gira leggera. Excellent. Anyone need to go to your sisters? The assisting muscles near the end of that phrase? Did you feel maybe, oh, I think I need to pull that in a little bit just at that last note? Good. We're going to go on. Everyone say, senti il vago. Now, if you turn to page 14, everyone, when I was in college last year, my vocal pedagogy teacher was trying to cram IPA down our throats, and I hated it. I thought, I don't need IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet. Now I love IPA because there's no question how you pronounce something. take a look at where it says danza, danza. There's 4 lines. The first line is IPA. Almost looks like a foreign language. Second line is the Italian. Third line is a word-for-word translation, which is critical, actually. And the fourth line is an interpretation. Dance, dance, maiden, to my singing. Dance, dance, maiden. This happens to be literal. To my singing. Now look at the first line. Da, za, da, za, fan, ch. That funny long S is an SH. Ch, fan, chu. It's the same as a CH, but you're starting it with a T. Chula. Say that. With a tip of the tongue. Al mio cantar. So they use a K because there's no confusing it. Danza, danza, fanciulla. Now a regular J is a DZH. Gentile. Right, with a nice crisp D. Gentile. Right. Al mio cantar. Gira. Leggera. Sottile. And those double leggere, that little leggere, sottile, you kind of hold it. Al suono. Look at the IPA, dell'onde del mar. Next line, senti il vago. That kind of E like this, that little curly E is like pet instead of cake. Senti il vago rumore. Dell'aura scherzosa. Right, TS, like tss, tss, tss. Che parla al core. That backward C is an open O, core, instead of core. Con, now here's a closed O, con langui. Do suon. E che invita. Danzar. Senza, without. Open O, posa. I mean, you can hear the Italian. You don't go posa, posa, posa. Open it up a little bit. Danza, danza, fanciulla gentile. Al mio cantare. And that's the whole darn song. Let's start at page 11. We are going to breathe here. Senti il vago rumore dell'aura scherzosa. Take a breath, okay? And then, che parla al core con languido suon. Take a breath. And then, con languido suon. Swan was open, right? Okay, all right, here we go. Back to 11. Anybody have a chance to listen to this one? Then we breathe. Here we go. 3-part breath, 5-part resistors, and a 1. Breathe. Breathe. Excellent. One last time. Pick up the tempo just a bit. And a 1. Breathe. Excellent. E che invita a danzar. Okay, where are we going to breathe? Let's breathe at the comma. Where is it? Way down there. So you're going to slow down your ribs. You're going to stay on those resistors. Don't grip them. Don't freeze them. But just slow it down. So we're going to go. E che invita a danzar senza pausa. I had to assist on that last note. And then you breathe. But you'll get it. Especially when you don't know it, you will be wasting a lot of air. You're just kind of like, well, I don't know how this goes. So do the best you can. If you need to take another breath, as Stephanie Blythe said, breath is free. You can take it and go. And stop. Fabulous. And then take a breath. And then if you want, you can take another one, but it's kind of short. Senza posa che invita a danzar. So I probably would not take a breath because there's no time. Let's start bottom of page 12. Last system, second measure. Posa and, no. Senza, ready? 3-part breath, 5-part resistors, and. Now, music is not friendly to singers. I would change tsar to an 8th note, 8th rest. You add a flag to tsar and put a little 7. If you don't know how to do it, check with your neighbor. Somebody out there knows. And you can do that a lot, even in this. Take off the dot and put in a quarter rest. Notation's not friendly to singers. Okay, we're going to go on. Top of 13, and breathe, 3-part breath, go. Now, if it was slow, you might want to take a breath after every comma, but not necessarily. You might go, danza, danza, fanciulla gentile al mio cantare. That's kind of up to your artistic license. Does that make sense? Top of 13 and 1. Breathe. Keep going. Breathe. Now breathe. And no breath there, okay? Sometimes it's nice to take what is called a lift and not necessarily breathe. Danza, danza, fanciulla gentile, al mio cantare. I did not take a breath in any of that. I just lifted. But it's up, just sometimes you don't have time. That's the whole song. Let's stand and sing it. Actually, let's just do one more time. Let's start at page 11. Go over the new part, and then we'll do the whole thing. Great job. 3-part breath, 5-part resistors, 3-part breath, 5-part resistors, and 1. Breathe. Resist. Breathe. Take a breath. Right, so we have a rallentando, which means slow down, slow down. Very good. Turn to a partner, or maybe the sopranos turn to the altos, altos stand and turn to the sopranos, and your invitation is what? Dance, dance. My Midwest accent, dance. Okay. Ready? But you're going to dance with your body. Danza, danza, fanchu. And you're not going to sing much with this. This will just follow along your vocal tract. Danza, danza, fanchu. And it's kind of fun. So everyone do the hula, do your resistors, move them around. 3-part breath. Use your body. Go. And move your body whether you know the notes or not. Because everybody says, oh, don't worry, I just want to focus on the notes. No, no, no. Your technique you'll get the notes. You will get the notes better. Who cares about doing the right notes? Okay? Durante is dead. And go. Ich invita dance. Move. Resist, assist. Yes, yay, very good. Renee Fleming, it's very interesting. She almost always does a little crescendo. And she does this little, oh. Even if it's soft, she just adds that little extra, and we all go, oh. Because she's hooked to that audience. Excellent. Now, we're going to talk about the vocal tract. Now, are you getting kind of comfortable with all that? Say yes. Okay. And then I'm going to screw it all up and go to a different part of the body. And we have to be able to do it all. We're going to go to the vocal tract. And the vocal tract, this is... Well, I'm going to first talk about your vocal folds. They're right here. Here's your larynx. This is your larynx, a nice big old, about 5 times as big as it should be. Okay, that's your larynx. This is called the hyoid, and your tongue is attached to this, but it's also attached to your chin. Think of the tongue as a C instead of an L. And then right inside here, I'll never get this back together, but right inside here are your vocal folds, and they're called true vocal folds because there are false vocal folds. So right in here at number 23 in here, it's right there. That little white thing is your vocal fold. Okay. And there's two sides of it. Oh, there goes my thyroid cartilage. Anyway. So right in here for you YouTubers, right in here. And it's attached, here's your Adam's apple right there. Can you find your Adam's apple? I can never find mine. If you swallow, I have to have a doctor. Where are you, Susan, that you can check where is my Adam's apple? And up in here is your hyoid, that bone that the tongue is attached to. And right in here is your vocal folds. And they run from like this backwards. So they're attached at the front, right behind, or just a titch below your Adam's apple at the front. And then at the back, they're attached to these little triangular things. I don't know if you can really see them much, but see that little triangular thing right there? Little triangle, blue triangle. So there's a little blue triangle, and there are two of those also. So there's the blue triangle. Okay. And that's called the arytenoids, the arytenoid cartilages. And what they do, which is very cool, so you've got these, so let's pretend these are your vocal folds. And you've got these arytenoid cartilages like this, little triangles. And man, they can do this, they can pull back. So if they rotate sideways, what are they doing to the vocal folds? Pulling them apart. If they kick back, what are they doing to the vocal folds? Stretching them. There's another way to also stretch the vocal folds, but that's one of them. And then there's little muscles back here that do it. The thyroid, I forget what they're called. But anyway, so we have vocal folds in here. And it's really important when we breathe. We've been doing kind of nose breathing, right? Most of you maybe. We need to know how to do mouth breathing. Because I would say about 90%, no, let's go 70. 70% of your breathing is going to be mouth breathing. And how do we usually do mouth breathing? Everyone do a really fast mouth breath. Exactly. What was it? A gasp. So we need to learn how to do a quick mouth breath silently. Cheetali, cheetali, soti. I just did a breath. But did you hear anything? Why is it so important to have it quiet? Everyone do this. It closes the vocal folds, and we want to open them for optimal closure when we're singing. So we go, cheetali, cheetali. So I still use the costal dorsal diaphragmatic breath, but I opened my vocal folds. Here's another weird thing. Above the vocal folds are false vocal folds. So it's also easy to go, you hear it, the drag? If we did it silently, the false vocal folds are also retracted. There's a little bit of tissue and muscle right above the true vocal folds called false vocal folds. I like to kind of do them this way. Here's your true, here's your false, coming together. That's for swallowing, that keeps not only the epiglottis, but those guys keep food from getting in your trachea. I hope I'm right. Doctor in the house. Good. So it's really important, and it can be used in tube and throat singing. You can actually bring those false vocal folds together and make a whole separate sound. You know, you've got the true, and you've got the false going, I'm no good at it, so I'm involving my true vocal folds. They can do them separately. So not only when we take a mouth breath, we want the vocal folds open, we want the false vocal folds retracted. Everyone go, I want you to laugh right here, like, oh, so cute. Do you feel that opening? There's your false vocal folds are open. Joe Estel says, do a really low, deep laugh or cry. Cheeto, Cheeto. Everyone do that and do a false vocal fold retraction, and your sign is going to be like this. Okay, ready? You're going to laugh in here, and we're going to just do that one line. Ready, open, go. But I want you to really open them. Laugh. I want you to laugh. Am I totally wrong? Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, that's too low. Danza, why not? Yeah. So I want you to pick up a heavy suitcase. There. Now they're constricted. You're sitting on the bathroom. Okay. That's what they do. That's what's involved. Okay? They constrict. Now, drop the suitcase. And keep that retraction. Ready? Pick it up. Drop it. Go. Or danza. I'm sorry, do danza. Do that again. Pick it up so you know the difference. Drop it. Yes, that's one way of keeping, quote, an open throat. I don't like to use the word throat. Why? Show me where your throat is. Where? Is it? Yeah, exactly. Where is it? Where is your throat? We're going to talk about the pharynx and the oral cavity. So we're going to take that silent breath, and I want you to, let's start with that. You're going to, if your finger is fairly clean, we're going to do a little suckish, not suck. Sippy, because suck is too, sippy is just going to be, let the air go in and tell me what you sense. Almost a whistle. What do you feel? Okay. Do that again. What do you feel inside? A lift, the palatal lift. Take a drink of water. There's that lift. Do that again. And it's silent, right? Now, I want you to sense that that air goes all the way down to your glottis. Now, your glottis is the little area right between your vocal folds. I want you to go there. Ready? Do you feel that opening right there? If you don't, do this with your fingers and just do it kinesthetically from on the outside. Ready? Just a little bit of sippiness. And yay, yawning. We like yawning because that means your palate needed to go up. You wanted that space. You wanted it because we're walking around all day. Okay, let's do that again. A little sippy. Do you feel this opening? Now I would like you to do 90% noise, 10% silent. Here we go. And keep breathing in. Use your 3-part breath. Feel that opening? Okay, now I want 75% noisy. The last 25%, this whole, you keep using that 3-part breath, even though you're focusing here. Ready? 75% noise. Open your mouth. Continue to breathe in. Good. 50% noisy. Keep breathing in. Feel it open. Open. High palate. Great. 25% noisy. Nice breathing. And 10% noisy. 1% noisy. And you are set up to sing. If you ever watch Carrie Hennessy, who sings sometimes for BCCO, I love the yawning, keep yawning. She sings for BCCO. I love it because she'll go. She doesn't go, because you don't have time. She's set, you can see her set up. Danza, danza. And then when she ends, al mio cantar. And I want to say, okay, Carrie, you can shut it now. You're done. But it's so great. And it's just a beautiful voice, so she's ready. And I had a choral conductor, Charlene Archibek. She said, set up your tubes. Set up your tubes full of the vowel you're about to sing. Okay, so we're now going to go to a different song. Let's do De Colores. And we now have some quick, I want you to start to think about quick mouth breaths. So remember, your vocal tract goes from your lips, back over the top of the tongue. Your pharynx back here goes from the palate, your spine, your glottis, and the back of the tongue. So we've got this. Let me see, what would be a good one? Oh yeah, this one. So, and I will show you. I have redrawn the tongue because I want the tongue higher. So B is the pharynx. It goes all the way from here to here. That's going to be your living room. This is going to be your foyer. There's your foyer. There's your living room. Kenneth Bozeman said, be careful of calling it a back room because it's really, we want it forward. So this is your pharynx from the glottis to the palate. So we think of it as a high-ceilinged living room. And there's your foyer. That's your oral cavity. So you've got your pharynx here, from here to here, your oral cavity. And Catherine Rundis calls it B and A, and which is, it should be reversed. It should be A and B. So pharynx. And they sometimes call it first formant, second formant. Okay, TMI. Too much information, who cares? But anyway, we have to learn to keep those open and be aware that we maintain, especially, this is classical singing, by the way. You don't do that when you're doing this kind of music. Your palate tends to be low and your vocal tract is really short. Yeah, that's all you need. But if you're going to do classical, you want that long pharynx from the glottis to the palate, and then that whole foyer from the pickle of the tongue out to the lips. All right. Here we go. De colores. And you're going to just see what happens. Can you do a silent mouth breath? Ready? And go. Mouth breath. Resistors. Que vemos luz. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores. Excellent. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores me gustan a mí. Excellent. Did you remember your three-part breath? Did you remember your resistors? What were you thinking about? Breathing. The mouth breath? Yeah. Now see if you can combine the mouth breath, which goes from the lips all the way down to the glottis, I like to kind of think of it as a big question mark, right? And then using this too. Let's do it again a little faster. Ready? So silent breath. And go. Take. De colores son los pajaritos que vienen de. Silent, but three-part. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores. Mouth breath. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores. Yes, and there's other ways to get the palate up. Again, take a drink of water. Feel it. And there's another way. Can you do except on your pitch? Do a trombone, everyone, and go. Feel it? Good, 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 good. So that's the vocal tract. The vocal tract is very much made by the tongue, so be very careful of it. That the tongue, think of it as a C shape. Remember we talked about the hamburger patty? And now we want a kosher pickle on the top. Everyone go, the K for kosher. Okay? De colores. Now do the whole thing and think hamburger patty, kosher pickle in the back. And go. Silent breath. Sit tall. Y por eso los grandes amores. Resist. More resist. Excellent. Now, what we often forget to do is when we do this, oh, my tongue is back. Oh, so, colores. So now I have to separate the tongue. And Joe Estel would say, no hitchhikers. No hitchhikers. If you're doing this, tongue can't go back. Tongue is a totally separate creature. Make sure you bring it back. Great. The other thing we forget to do when we're creating the vocal tract and breathing in is don't forget it's got to come out the front door. So everyone do, but on your pitch. If you can't do lip trills, do or anything to get it out the front door. All right? Just do one line and go. Good enough. Now I want you to combine the trombone and the trumpet and silent breath and go. De colores campos en la primavera de colores. Keep going. We don't care. De colores. vemos. Y por eso los grandes amores me check your spots. Excellent. Not only are you getting more familiar with it, of course, but it's so much more vibrant because we use our bodies. And you can imagine opera singers, they don't hold back. The other nice thing that Joe Estel came up with is effort levels. I would go around, okay, mouth breath. I did almost nothing. Remember we did that IRV and ERV? It can't be this. Decolores. And my effort level of making that vocal track might have to go to a 7 or an 8 instead of my normal decolores. I might have to retract to a 10 because I'm used to going high, 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 high. So you may need to up your levels. So you can be the judge of that. You go through and you go, oh, I don't know, that was only a 2. D. You don't have to pulse or do anything huge. It's still subtle. Decolores. But you want to up your effort levels in singing. Let's do a little bit of Bist du bei mir. Yes. Everyone say, Bist du bei mir. And we're going to stay on the ah. Bei mir. Uh-huh. Geh ich. And I love the ich. Everyone do a ich. Where's your tongue? It's in the pickle spot. Yep, yep, yep. Geh ich mit Freuden. Now, if you're a German speaker, you are more than welcome to correct me. Zum Sterben. Like everyone say, tss, tss, like, tss, sht, sh, go, tss, sh, zum Sterben. Good. Und zu meine Ruhe. Zum Sterben. Not zoom, but t, t. A T, you're going to put your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Did anyone watch that little boy singing O mio babbino caro? His little tongue, did you notice his L's? His alveolar ridge. La, da, ta, na, da. I think we've done that a little bit. Ta, da, la, na, da. He just used that little tenth of the tongue up there, and it went right back down. If you get a chance, look at it. It was so cute. Zum, so your tongue goes back up and down. Sterben. Und zu. Und zu. So we need 2 T's. Und zu. And this gets into articulation. Zu meine Ruhe. Right. Good. And let's just do a little bit of it. Now, I want you to watch the openness of your silent, bist du. So I'm going to have, let's everyone do maybe 10% noisy and 90% silent. Notice this opening, but also keep that retracted. False vocal folds. Ready? And go. Good. Just play, I'm sorry, Jacqueline, just play the melody once for us. Don't sing anybody. Good. And try that with all of these things we're trying to. Now, the problem is we could do them in warm-ups, right? But very often we go from warm-ups to the song and everything gets forgotten. So we are applying all of these techniques immediately to the song. Think of it as a warm-up. Here we go. We're going to do that two measures. Once more. Play it, if you would. That's all we need is the melody. All right, everyone do a little, feel that opening, and go. Where's your back of your tongue? Where's your kosher pickle tongue? Okay, good. Do that again. And free your neck. Because if you have a tight neck, you're going to have a tight jaw or a tight tongue. If you don't use enough of your resistors, your tongue is going to help. Your jaw is going to go, oh, there's nothing, oh, there's no support, I got to help her. Okay, so stay on those. That's why we've spent 3 weeks on the resistors. Try that again. Just play it one more time, if you would, Jacqueline. And go. Good, and play the next. And breathe, mouth breath. Now, I would say about maybe half of you have an effort level of your palate at about a 1. Take that drink of water, but don't let that tongue go back there. No hitchhikers here. You're going to pinch, and the palate is pinched from muscles above. They shorten, and your palate goes up. Just so you know, do the Geh ich mit Freuden and. Excellent. Hold the Freuden, and you can put the E later. Do Fro, and stay on the and. Excellent. And then play the next part. And that's it. All right. Silent mouth breath, but still use your body. And go. Zum Sterben und zu meiner Ruhe. And again, very good. Check your breathing. Check whatever you need. And go. And sometimes I do this in the middle of the phrase. Zum Sterben und zu meiner Ruhe. Oh, okay, now I forgot one thing. I forgot to have it go out the front door. Zum Sterben und zu meiner Ruhe. So I've got the trumpet and the trombone going. All right, whatever you need, only you will know. The only way I would be able to assess you is if I saw you individually, which we could do sometime if you ever want to. All right, try that again and go. Zum Sterben. Excellent. Now I'm hearing richer, beautiful sound. An ah and an e. Mine.
The E should not be the whole F. The tail end of it. In other words,
Right, very late.
very late, thanks.
Yep. And then play the next, if you would, Jacqueline. And here we go, the best you can. And a 1. And once again, check, 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 and go. Zum Sterben und zu meiner Ruhe. Make sure you're coming out the front door and you still got the trombone back there. One more time, and breathe. And I am getting beautiful, rich sound because you're singing from here. You are supported, you're grounded, your space is perfect. So we're the only instrument that we have to make our instrument. We have to make it. Great. Let's start from the beginning, and I'll play it if you don't mind. And you can sing and show us exactly how it's supposed to be done. Okay. Happy birthday. On Saturday, happy birthday to you.
Beautiful in tune, happy birthday I've ever gotten. Thanks so much.
Happy birthday. Yeah.
Moral obligation to make it out of tune.
It was. Here we go. Here we go. Check, 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 check. And actually, we would do this in practice. You know, you do this at home, you know, in the 3-4 hours that you practice every day, right? Mm-hmm. But now we do it here, so you feel like, oh, this is so mechanical and boring. But we're just practicing, we're applying skills. And later you can just go fly and free. Here we go. M. And repeat. Out the front door. Resist. If you dare, carry on and go. Go for it. That'll be geniegt. Ach, wie vergnügt. Genügt. Would you pronounce the G? Genügt. Genügt. Umlaut, not U. Yes, you pronounce the G? Yeah, good. Ach, wie vergnügt. And have a little more of an E tongue. You have an E tongue with a really tight lip. Genügt, 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 genügt. Rather than Ru, genügt. More of an E in it. Here we go. Check, check, check. Check, check, breathing. Check the opposite, mouth breathing. Go. That'll be also a little more drückten, a little more E in it. See that little Y? That's IPA for the umlaut. Es drückten. And go. Schön. Same words. A little more E in it. Check, 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 check. Oh, yay, familiar words. Whew. Check, check, resist. Excellent, excellent. Feeling okay? Sorta, 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 sorta. I mean, if you can sight read, just so you know, when you're sight reading, usually all technique goes to hell. It's just the way it is. Now, there's another one, if you wish, for the more sopranos here. It's a little higher. It's not that high. It goes to an F. Be still by me. And I had to hold my palate up like crazy. And use my resistors at the same time. Yeah. You probably have a lot of advice for high notes. And you tend to open, one must open more on high notes.
And it takes more energy, takes more air often.
Yeah. And not even, again, so much air out, but again, more of that resist, so that you're on your body, so you're not just going, gee, gee. And I have some weak spots. I almost never use my low pelvic basket. Nope. No, never mind. It's too late for that. Good, we've done danza, danza, very good. We've done de colores, very good, very good. Let's do hini matov. Now, we're going to do it fast because I want this. Hini matov u'manayim shebetahim kam yachad. Hini matov. I want those fast breaths, but they're going to be silent. You're going to open, you're going to do that little miniature sucking breath. Hini matov u'manayim. And the higher your palate, the easier it is to sing. That's part of your resonation chamber. Your vocal tract is the resonance. 1, 2, ready, go. Mouth. Now, what could you do to the yahad? What could you do to that note, had? Take the dot off, yep, and put in a quarter rest on both of them, to make it singer-friendly. Altos, would you start? So altos, you're going to really raise that palate, keep that drinking that water, lots of trombone, but make sure it comes out the front door. Altos, would you start? You're on, and go. Sopranos. And stop right there. Good. Now, sopranos, I heard a flattening of that vocal tract. And that's what I would call singing in your mouth. So we want to make sure we're keeping that whole vocal tract all the way from the glottis. You're singing here, not here. Again, it's a different aesthetic. It is okay. Yeah, Namatov would be different. Your palate would be probably lower. In fact, a lot of speakers now speak half palate down. If you ever notice, some of the announcers are a little nasal because now their palate's half down. And what we want to do is be able to control it. He Tov, Tov. I might want to do that because I'm doing country music. And you can do it too. At least not in my, anyway. So, and we all have, anyway, keep your palate high. You need a bigger vocal tract. It helps to lower your larynx, but I don't want to go there because I don't want you to push the tongue down. We have to isolate. No hitchhikers, right? From the glottis. Remember your pharynx from the glottis to the palate. That's the big front room. And then you have your foyer. All right? May I hear you do hinematov? That hine. And really keep that air going. Sopranos. M. That's excellent. That's already different. Do that again. And did that sound better to you all? And did it feel good? I mean, sometimes it just feels good. He yes, you know, instead of he altos, would you do your hine? I had no problem with your hines. Your hines were good. Ready and go. Good, and then stay on the breath. So we don't go. So you're going to stay on that breath to keep the pitch. And again. Good, and now let's do, you start the round, and you would come in later. Ready? And. Start at the beginning. Okay, and set it up. Set up your vocal tract. That's your resonator. That's resonance. Trombone, trumpet, and go. And keep the space. Nematovanan. Keep the space. Thank you. Good. Very good. Great. Let's do a little bit of Sound the Trumpet, page 24. Uh-oh, we have to hold a note. And what I like to do is, we're going to do fiddle, faddle, fiddle, faddle, fiddle, faddle, fiddle, faddle, fiddle, faddle, fiddle, faddle, fiddle. Okay, try that. And go. Fiddle. Right. Now we're going to go fiddle, 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 fiddle. Okay, you're going to accent the second syllable. And go. Good. Accent the third syllable. Very good. You're very good. And fiddle, faddle, fiddle. This will be easier because it's the third syllable. And keep the pitch. Careful. Fiddle, faddle, fiddle, faddle. But that's okay. And now the last syllable. Fiddle, faddle, fiddle, faddle, fiddle, faddle, fiddle, faddle. And we'll do 6.5 of them again. M. Yes. Good. Now I want you to do the fiddle faddles, but you're going to vary it. Fiddle, faddle, fiddle, faddle, fiddle, faddle, fiddle, faddle, fiddle, faddle, fiddle, faddle, fiddle, faddle. So you're going to vary it, not the same one. You have 4 syllables to play with. And play and go. Fiddle, faddle, fiddle, faddle, fiddle, faddle, fiddle, faddle, fiddle. Right. That's okay. So now what you're going to do, you're going to hold the note, but you're still going to think of those, the fiddle faddle, on the saw with that nice high palate trombone and trumpet, so that we've got a true vocal tract through the mouth, and go. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So it's not just hold. So whenever you are holding a note, subdivide it and change around the accents. Good. Now let's do the whole first page. So what happens is the sopranos sing their sound. Would you play that whole thing for them? So, fiddle, faddle, fiddle, faddle. On the trumpet with a G natural. That's okay. And again, and so 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. That's okay. Yeah, you did, but that's okay. We don't want a G sharp. No G sharp. But anyway, we don't want a G sharp. Try it again. And actually, altos sing with them because it's the same thing, only later. And go. Fiddle faddle it. Yes, and do that again. Let's just do that. Da 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 the trumpet. Just starting on the G. Ready? And 1. On the trumpet. Good. Now I want that fiddle faddle to be even crazier, and use your resistors. Ready? Together. And right, so it'll be fiddle faddle fiddle faddle fiddle faddle fiddle faddle fiddle faddle fiddle faddle da 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 the trumpet. One more time. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Excellent, excellent. And then sopranos, you're going to sing D, D, D. Sound the trumpet. So there's your palate. You're going to take those palatinis up there. You're going to contract them to about an 8. Watch the tongue. No hitchhikers. And go. Excellent. Again. Go. And altos, yours is sound the trumpet. And go. Excellent. And then we're in thirds. Sopranos on an A and an F sharp. Ready? It'll be ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-bum. Ready? And 1. The trumpet till. All right. Now, here's a weird thing. The sopranos go under the altos at 10. All right. And that's as far as we'll go. So let's do the altos, last measure. Your sound, okay, on an F sharp. Ready? Altos, go. Now keep that, because I'm hearing sound. Here, pharynx from the glottis to the palate. Keep that first lovely high-ceilinged living room. Ready, go. Yes. 1. Sound the trumpet till around. Good enough, good enough. Sopranos, you're A. Ready? This is the last measure. Ready, and. Sound. Cute. But. And go. 1. Wait, one whole beat. 1. Sound the trumpet. 1. Sound the trumpet till around. Right, and we have to plan our breath. Sound the trumpet till around. Oh, all right. And it's harder because it's low. It's hard. It takes more breath to sing low because your vocal folds are fat. All right, let's put that together. An F sharp and an A and a 1. 1. Yes, altos. Yes, you're above them. Don't be afraid. It's like, oh my gosh. Great. Do that again. Sound. And 1. Exactly. Now let's do it from the beginning. And I'll play the accompaniment. And we'll do the best we can. Great. Now we're doing 2 parts. Check that vocal tract. Ready. And we'll wait for our, okay. Now you can get ready. You can get ready like Carrie. That little bit of sippy breath. And. Thank you for being so courageous. Do that again. Stand, please. Now I know, remember, when you're sight reading, your technique goes out the window, but you'll get more pitches if you do good technique. Oh my gosh, you sound fabulous. Can you hear that? Can you hear how cool you sound? How resonant you sound? Thank you. Let's just go to Summertime, just for the fun of it. You all know this one, I think. Now we have some held notes. That's when we do that fiddle faddle to reinvigorate it. go. Check your alignment. Oh, that was interesting. Now you can release tension in that position. Good, because you don't have to be soldiers. And 1, and go. Check, check. Now, right there. Jump in. Can you change the shape of your vocal tract to make it a little more resonant? Higher trombone. Make sure you go out the mouth. And it goes all the way down to the glottis, that pharynx. Fish are jumping. And it could be the vowel, jam, jumper, instead of jump in, and fish are, yes. One of these mornings, do you know the next verse? One of these, you're gonna, and you'll spread your wings, and you'll take to the sky. But till that morning, there's a nothing. With Daddy and Mammy standing by. It sounds like you're really applying. Are you able to? Are you able to think of all of the 15 things you're trying to think of? Great. Let's do the we will live in peace. And again, some of this stuff you would do in the practice room so that when you get to the performance, you can just let rip. Everyone sing line 1, everyone sing line 2, and then altos sing line 2, and sopranos sing line 1. And I think this is low enough, it could be a cool down. Everybody, and high palate, trombone, trumpet. Trumpet, drink the water, everybody, shape your instrument. Mouth breath shapes it. Silent breath. Resist. Resist. 2 parts. Shape. More resist, more resist. Mouth breath. Fiddle faddle it. Right, right, right. Ugh, you're good. Yay, yay. Well, congratulations, everyone. That was beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yay. I hope you're kind of getting an idea that you are your own instrument shaper. Thank you. Wow.